guys, what's going on? This is Awais back with another tutorial of Revit. This is a project tutorial. So in this tutorial I'll be making a full house plan with doors, windows and plug-in fixtures and other components in a plan. So let's get started. So I've got this area of 60 by 60 feet. Before we start making your plan, I want to show you a few things that you have to do with your template to make them work. So let's go to our Manage tab first and click on Project Information. In this dialog box you can type your organization name, so I'm just going to type Awais, Awais, and here I've got few information here, project issue date, that would be like whatever, and project status, working, owner, Awais, and all that stuff. You can type them and then you can find those information in your sheets, so you don't have to type every single thing again and again. So these are a few things that you have to manage before you start your project. So I'm going to give project name is house plan 1, and project number I'll give some random number here. Alright, once you're done with this, then click OK and let's have a look. Go to your project browser, click on sheets, first floor sheet, and down here we got our information done. I've got my project number, date, author, all that stuff. Whatever you change, you will see those information here. Alright, let's go back to our level 1 plan. Alright, so there's one more things we're gonna do is, because I'm making only first floor plan, so I don't have to do that, but I'll show you quickly what you can do if you're designing a 2-story house. So go to your elevation, and here you've got some information of your levels. So my first roof level is about 12 feet, so I just want to change that to 10 feet, and I want to make another level here. So how do you make a level is go to your architecture tab and click on level, and here you can just snap that to it and then just move your cursor up and just draw a rough level, and it will try to snap on the right as well. Alright, so we got that, and now what we do is I'm going to change a name of this level. Let's say I'll give that roof 1, and I'll click yes to accept that, and I'll give this a level name about 20 feet. Alright, so we got this, and let's go back to our level 1 now. Alright, we got this area of 60 by 60 feet. There's one more thing I want to show you is I will select this wall, right? So the information I can change details here is from inside, so not the outside. So you might see that your dimension is from the midpoint, not to the end point of the wall. So you can click this circle button and it will go to them, click again and it will go to the middle. By default we have that in the middle. So how do I change that? Go to your Manage tab, click on additional setting and click on temporary dimension, and here that would be default center lines and center lines, right? So you gotta change that to faces, face of core and openings, and click OK. So now by default you will see those dimensions at the corner of the walls, so that's fine. Alright, so now here we got some zoom commands. I'm gonna click on zoom all to fit. I have made a separate video for zooming and navigation, so check that out if you want to learn that. Alright, so now first of all what I'm making is I'm making a garage. So I'm just going to click on Architectural tab, select that architectural wall by clicking this arrow button, and here start drawing. You will see that dimension when you're making a wall, so you can just roughly do that for now. Alright, so I've got that garage area, so I'm going to click on the garage area, and now I'll see that dimension. So just to let you know guys, that it is from this wall and this wall, so I can change that to about 20 feet. So how do you type a dimension in Revit? So I click here, let's say I'll click this wall, and now I will click on this. So if I type 0 space 50, and that would be actually 4 feet 2 inches, because space is it lets you jump to the next measurement. So I'm gonna click here. If I just type 20, Revit will take that as a feet by default. Right, we got that 20 feet done, and I'm gonna click about this line, now this would be about 22 feet. Right, so we got our garage done, and now let's make another wall. I'm making another room at the front, which is going to be our master room. So let's just draw a straight line. Alright, and then there's going to be another wall here for the bathroom and other stuff. Alright, so we got that. And now what we have, let's check the dimension. Click on this modify command, click here. Now we've got 22 feet and I've got about 9 feet 8 inch. So I'm gonna change that to 10 feet. That would be dimension for the toilet. So click here, 10 feet done, then 27 feet and 4 inches for this room. That's pretty okay. We got that now. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut the wall from here. So I'm going to select my wall command again and roughly draw a wall here. Right, so I'm just going to select that wall. So now we got about 5 feet 8 inch area here. So I'm just going to click here and I'm going to change that to about 6 feet. Alright, 6 feet. And then I click on this wall. So here we have now 15 by 4. That's pretty okay. Alright, so now what I want to do, I want to cut this wall. So to cut the wall, select this wall, which will take you to the modify panel, and select this split with gap command. Click on it and then just click here and click here. Alright, so now I'm just going to select that wall, delete that. That'd be fine. So I'm just going to drag that vertex to the corner. So now I can just drag this line from this vertex to just drop it down, and Revit would automatically fix that for us. So you can drag the vertices as well. Alright, so we got the toilet done. We got our master bedroom done. I'm going to make another room here now. I'm going to go to my architect tab and click on wall architectural, and just roughly I'm going to make another room about here. Just gonna make another room, maybe a toilet here, and I'm just gonna make another room from here and another room here. Alright, so we got that now, and let's look at the dimension now. Click on modify and select this wall. So I want this room to be about 20 feet as well. That would be exactly to the garage, and I want this area to be about from, let's say 8 feet is fine, and this line I want this to be about 15 feet. That could be another study room or any kind of room you can say. Alright, so now we got these things run. Alright, next thing what I'm going to do, I'm going to make another room about here. Alright, so we got this room as a study room or a guest room, whatever is done. So pretty much our plan is done now. And now we're gonna start adding some doors and windows to our plan. So what I want to do is first I want to get rid of this line. Just click on this line, drag that vertex and just drop it there. So that's like our garage now. Alright, now click on your door, and in the properties panel click here, and then you see you've got only one door here. So what I want to show you is that you can load families. Families are basically separated object what you made in Revit, and you can use them in any project file. So I've got few project files, got a few family there, so I'm just gonna click on door and load family, and I'm gonna browse for my doors. So I'm gonna click on doors. So these are all the doors I've made, so I'm just gonna get a double door. So maybe that door is fine. So I'm just gonna double click on it to load that into my file, and here it's asking us that what kind of dimensions do you want. So I'm just gonna click OK. We can select dimension over here in our properties panel. So that's going to be a 30 by 80, 68 by 80, sorry. And then I'm just gonna take that and I'm going to drop that about here. So just click here, your door's done, and now you click on the door, and here you got the dimension, how much distance you want to leave from this wall to the door. So I'm just gonna click here, and I'm just just gonna get 0 space. 0 is actually your feet, so which is 0 now, and space will jump to the next dimension, so that would be 4.5, and I'm gonna enter. So now the exact distance from this wall to here is about 4.5 inch. Here you can see that you can just rotate your doors as well whenever you want, but for now it's fine. So we got that door there, and now let's go back to our door and load another family. We just need to browse that Imperial, and I'm gonna click on doors. So I'm gonna take one simple door now. Just click on residential now, and let's see what we have here. Alright, so maybe that door is fine. I like that one, so I'm just gonna double click on it to open that into my file. So these are all the dimensions we have for that door. So I'm just gonna select all and click OK and click yes to load them in the family into a project file. So just click here now. So we got that door with all the dimensions. So well, now I need this 30 by 80 door. So click here, and now I can just start dropping that door. I'm just gonna drop that door. So as you can see that if I move my cursor a little bit down to the wall, it will flip that door to this direction. But there's one trouble here, that I want this round side to the left side. So what do? I press spacebar and it will flip. If I take my cursor a little bit up, so it will take that to that direction. But I'm gonna make that inside, so I'm just gonna press spacebar to flip that, and I'm just gonna drop that door there. Alright, so that door is done, and the same door I'm gonna drop about here. We can always go and change the dimension later on, so that's why the Revit is the best program to use. So that's kind of our kitchen, so I'm just gonna drop that door here. One door is gonna go to here, and one door is going to be here. I've got to press spacebar to flip that, and one door is going to be here. That's going to be another toilet. Alright, so we got our doors done. I'm gonna make another wall by pressing WA for our wall command, and I'm just going to maybe, let's say, make another wall here, and this is just a simple toilet. So that's gonna click here, and I'm gonna change that to 6 feet. Alright, so that's just a simple toilet, and a sink going to be here. So this is our main shower and toilet, all that stuff there. So we got that. Let's see. So I'm gonna go and change all the dimension. Once I'm done, then I will come back and I'll show you guys. Alright, so our doors are done now. Now we're gonna make some windows here. So for the windows, what I do, I'm gonna go select the window command, and now let's have a look how many types of windows we have here. We have got only one window right now. I'm just gonna click load family as we did for the door. So load family, and I'm going to browse US Imperial, and I'm going to go to my windows, and let's see how many windows we got. So I'm gonna select, let's say, that's fine. Alright, that's fine. I like that one, so I'm just gonna double click that to load that into my project. And then the first window I'm going to drop here is about here. So I'm just gonna click here. Another window is going to be about here, and that's it. So I'm just gonna cancel. Now let's go and click on modify command, click here. So now we got the dimension, right? So what we can do is we can just change the dimension about, let's say, about, I want to leave about 3 feet is fine, and I'm gonna leave that dimension about 10 feet. Alright, so we got those windows done. Now I'm gonna make the same windows, select the same window. Here you got the sizes as well, so you can select the sizes. I'm just gonna select the default one, and I'm going to draw one window here, and I'm going to draw one window here. Alright, so just change the dimensions as well. Click on modify, click on the window, and then what you do is just select that. I'm gonna leave that about 3 feet from there, and 3 feet from there. Sorry. 3 feet from here. Alright, so we got our windows done, and let's say I'll make another window in the middle. That's too many windows, but that's fine. Just about in the middle. Just drop that there. Alright, so we got the windows done on this side, and let's make another window for the kitchen. So I'm gonna go select that, and I'm gonna select a bit smaller window. Let's say I'll select this 48 by 48, so I'm just gonna drop that one here, that's fine, and maybe a few more windows here. So I'm just gonna go select the bigger windows now. I'm going to drop one here and one here. We can always go back and change the dimensions, so that's not a problem. Alright, so there's no toilet, so I'm gonna have one window at the back. Maybe in the middle is fine. And there's another window about here. Alright, so our window's done now, so I'm gonna go and look at the dimensions quickly. So what we have here, I'm just gonna give about, that's the same kind of dimension in the middle, so that's fine. That's the same, 2 by 6, that's 2 by 6. See, our Revit is pretty smart program. It actually detects whatever you're doing. I want one window back here and here in the toilet. So click here, select that, maybe a bit bigger window, click here and select the bigger one. That's fine now in the middle, and the same window we're going to drop in the middle here. Alright, so our windows and doors done. As you can see that how easy is it to make a house plan in Revit. Instead of, if someone using AutoCAD right now, I would highly recommend switch from AutoCAD and start using Revit. Alright, so we got that. So I'm just gonna quickly go and look at that and in 3D. So alright, so we got one window done here. There's another window there, that's fine, and pretty much everything's fine now. So I'm just gonna go back to my level 1, and now what I want to show you is I want to select all the I want to select my whole drawing, and now in the selection I want to show you quickly how we can do selection here. So click on this filter command, which will tell you that what kind of objects you are selecting. So I've got doors, I've got windows, and I've got walls. I'm going to uncheck windows and doors, and I'm going to apply, and I'm going to select. So now we're only selecting walls instead of selecting all the filters. Just click filter again, and yep, we got 14 walls there. So in the properties panel, what I want to do is I want to make changes to it. So I want to basically, base constraint is level 1, that's fine, and top constraint I want to give it to about roof 1. So now if I go to my 3D, and as you can see that all the walls are exactly the same. Alright, so we got doors, windows, pretty much everything is done now. Looks pretty cool to me, and we're gonna learn how to apply materials and render in this tutorial. Let's go back to our level 1 now. Alright, we got this, and now what I want to do, I want to add some furniture and stuff to my drawing. So I've got a whole lot of families for that. So to add the furniture, you click on this component and you need to load the family. Alright, go to my US Imperial, and first I need some beds. So I'm going to click on furniture, and I've got beds here. So add, maybe that bed is better. So I'm going to open that, I'm going to load that into my file, and I'm going to select the size of the bed would be king size. So king size bed, and now it's going to drop it here. So as you can see, what's happening is that I want to change the rotation of the bed. Instead of dropping there and using my rotate command later on, all I have to do is press spacebar and it will keep flipping. So I just want that here, and I'm just going to drop that here. Alright, and the same bed, I'm going to drop that, flip, I'm going to drop that here. Zoom in a little bit, and I'm just going to drop that here. That's fine. That's amazing, right? And there's another bedroom here, so I'm gonna drop that here. That's fine. We got 3 bedrooms done. Alright, so I'm just gonna cancel the command. So what else we need? Click on components, load family, and US Imperial furniture. want to select the table, so I need a bedside table. Alright, that's fine. That table is fine, just double click on that, and now I'm just gonna drop one table here, one table here. And just to mention guys, that if you guys don't have these families in your Revit program, then you have to download them. I'll drop a link in the description where you can find and download all these families, and you can make your own. I've got a tutorial coming up for families, how to make your families in AutoCAD and in Revit and save them for later use. So I've got my tables done now, and I'm going to cancel the command by clicking modify button, or you can press escape twice. Click on components again and load family, and what else we need here. So I'm gonna go to furniture, and I'm going to select tables. So I'm going to select one dining table, maybe that table is fine with the chairs. So I'll just double click that, and I'm just gonna drop that dining table back here, but I want to change that size. I want that to be 84 diameter. That's fine. This is going to be over next to the kitchen, so that should be fine. Alright, I think we need to change something here. I want to get rid of this wall basically. I want to get rid of this wall, so just click here, and I want to get rid of this door first, and click on this wall, drag that vertex and move this vertex and just drop the wall. So we don't need that wall there, because I'm gonna make a kitchen stop so I can drop the dining table straight away. So that's pretty good. So just go back to component, select that table 60 diameter is fine, and I'm going to drop that there. I think we can use that bigger table, so I'm just gonna select that 84 diameter, and I'm going to select that. I'm just gonna drop that back here. I've added some more stuff here in my plan. Alright, so next thing what we're going to do, we're going to make a floor for our plan, for our 3D view. So I'm just going to click on this floor command, actually click on this arrow button, click on architectural, and now you can start making a floor. So I recommend that instead of making a floor right now, you need to start with the line. So click on this line, and then you need to basically click all the corners of your floor. So just click here, it will snap to the end point of every single floor. So make sure that you've got a boundary for these walls. Alright, so I've got this here, and alright, so now I've done my floor lines, so I'm just going to click on this tick mark button, and as you can see that our floor is done. So look at it. So I'm gonna go to my 3D view, and now as you can see that our floor is basically done. As you can see that down here we got the floor done. Alright, so I'm gonna go back to my level 1. Alright, so every building got the columns. So I'm gonna add some columns to our drawing. So I'm gonna click on this column button and then select architectural column. So now I'm gonna select the size of it. So I wanna select this 18 by 24. I'm just dropping the column right now. It is because design more fancy columns, you can call it pillars, from my load family, but for now I'm just gonna select that one. So I'm just gonna select this 18 by 18 inch, and now we just take that to the corner front, and then as you can see that once you add the column, the wall actually Revit actually picks that up for you, and it picks up the wall as well, so you don't have to trim or do anything. Our ground floor is done now, so I'm going to show you that how you can start working on level 2, but I'm not going to cover that in this tutorial. The second part of this project will be coming in by tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. And just quickly want to show you if you want to work by yourself. So just going to go to level 2, and as you can see that I've got nothing here. So go to your elevation, select that east. So now let's see what we have here. So we've got level 2 here, we've got slab here, and I've got roof here. So if I want to work on level 2, what I want to do is basically I want to start working on a slab. So let's go back to my level 1, and here I've got the plan. So to take the wall to your level 2 or your first floor, you can do that by selecting all the drawing and then click on filter command, and now all you need to take to the next level would be windows, wall, and maybe doors. So apply, click OK. So now you're only selecting windows, wall and doors, not the furniture. So you can control C for copy, and you can go to slab and then just paste that here. Now you've got your level 2 here, and you can start working on it. You can delete some walls, whatever you wanna do, you can start working, but I'm not gonna cover that. I'll cover that in the next part of this project. Alright, so now what we do is I'm going to go back to my level 1, and I'm going to quickly show you that how you can annotate your drawing. So go to your annotate tab. Here we got align, linear, angular, dimensions. So if you're familiar with AutoCAD, you might be familiar with all this stuff. So it's pretty simple. If you want to, let's say I want to do linear, so I'll just click here and I'll just click on this wall, and I'll select that wall and then click here. How do you do that? Select your command. I'm gonna go and do this top one for you guys. So go to your modify, select your linear, and just click roughly here. It will get that line. So just roughly click here and click on the next side, and now you gotta drag your mouse up to here and then just click again and then apply that dimension for you guys. So I've got my dimension done. I'll cover a few more dimensions in the next video when we properly annotate our drawing. So now once you're done, you can edit the text. So I'm just gonna go to click here again, and now you can replace that text with something else, clicking by checking this dialog box and then typing your text in. I'm not going to do that. Alright guys, thanks for watching this tutorial. Stay tuned for the second part of this tutorial, in which we will work on second floor, and then I'll complete the city house as well. Third part is going to be about rendering and animation the building, so stay tuned for that, and I'll talk to you guys in the next